Welcome back to another video, legends. Today we're making hot cross buns because it's Easter. I've never actually made hot cross buns before, so we're going to go through step by step to see how to do it and if I can do it. Yeah, everyone loves hot cross buns. Start seeing them at Christmas is probably the best time of Christmas because you know hot cross buns are going to hit the shelves on Boxing Day. But I've been pretty good this year. I've ventured away from, and I thought I'd give myself a little challenge and make my own and show you how to make your own. So yeah, follow me along and I'll show you what to do. So first up for the hot cross buns, you're gonna need 1.5 cups of milk, 4 tablespoons of butter, and you're gonna put that into a pot, like so, and we're gonna put it on to a medium heat. Put it on about 6 on the induction. We're just gonna bring that up to blood temperature because that will help activate the yeast and help the buns rise, hopefully. So while that's heating up, we're gonna get our trusty stand mixer ready. If you don't have one of these, it's no problem. You can do it by hand. It's just gonna be a little tedious. So while that's heating up, to that dry mix that I've got in there, which is 4.5 cups of flour, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, and 2 tablespoons of allspice to our flour mix. So just get that in there like that. And once that's in there, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of sugar, and we are also going to add 2 cups of sultanas. Once that's all in there, we're just going to put down our stand mixer. Just put your mixer on low and incorporate all the dry ingredients like so. All right, the milk's up to blood temperature, and a good way of seeing this is to see that the melted butter is slightly melted in the milk, and you can touch it with your finger without burning yourself. To that, we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of yeast just to activate it and let it go on its merry way. We're gonna leave that for 10 minutes so it activates, so the buns will rise as we prove them in a warm spot. So just mix through your yeast like so, and let that sit for 15 minutes and I'll show you the next step. So after 10-15 minutes, your yeast should be activated. So with your mixer on, add that liquid to the dry mix. Mix that through. While that's mixing, add an egg. We just want to keep that going until it's all incorporated. We're also going to add the zest of 1 orange and 3 tablespoons of orange marmalade to this. So, like that, 3 tablespoons of the zest of 1 orange, mix that in there. And just let that go. Yeah, definitely needs another cup of, 1/2 cup of flour. So we're just going to add that in. Nozzle down. I'm gonna put it on low. This will probably make a bit of a mess, but that's alright. See how it's coming all together. The liquid to flour ratio really depends on the quality of the flour you use, and obviously that flour was rubbish. So we're just gonna leave this for 10 minutes and I'll show you the next step. Dough's been mixing on high for 10 minutes and it should look like this. All the dough's cleaned off all the sides and it's come free. So what we're going to do is take this out, put a tea towel over the top, put a tea towel over the top, put a tea towel over the top like so, and we're going to leave that for 1.5 hours, 2 hours until it doubles in size. And then we go to the next phase, which will be rolling out the buns and then proving it again. All right, see you in 1.5 hours. Wow. Righto, so it's been 2 hours later and the dough has risen. There you go, it's doubled in size. It's all good to go. What I've also done is buttered a baking dish, ready to go. So what we're going to do is put this dough out onto a floured surface, like so. Sorry, bear with me, this is really hard with one hand. We'll take the dough out. Take the dough out. Get any excess out of there. Feel free to oil a separate bowl when you do this, so it makes it a bit easier, but save the dishes. I thought I'd just use the same bowl. So what we want to do is roll this into a log, just a solid even log, like so. Just be careful on how much flour you put here. Could be a disaster. Yeah, just roll it out like this into a sausage. And then what we want to do is cut it in half. So you've got 2 evenly sized logs. So just with your 2 halves, just roll them out like this. Into sausages, like so. Try and get them as even as possible. And then we want to cut this into 6. So straight down the middle. Then 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Like that. And this one as well. 1, 2, 3. And we get our next log and do the same. So cut this into 6 as well. An alternative is you could weigh it out and then figure out the weight ratio and then divide it into 12 from there. Like that. Get your dough, roll into balls. Like so. There you go. Got a bun. And then what we want to do is add it to our tray. And then once all those are rolled up, we prove them again for another 45 minutes, an hour, until they double in size again. And I'll show you the next step. So when they're done, just cover them with cling film and leave them for 45 minutes or until they double in size. Could take up to an hour. Leave it in a warm spot. And yeah, cut to me showing what to do next. Wah! All right, an hour later, we've let them rise and this is what they look like. So they're all doubled in size. I had to do another tray. They're all doubled up in size. So when they look like that, after about 45 minutes, an hour, our next phase is to put 1/2 cup of flour in a bowl with 5 tablespoons of water, and we're just going to mix that together to make a paste. This is what's going to form the crosses on the buns. Need to add 2 more extra tablespoons to this, but it should look like this. A floury paste, which will make the buns. You get yourself a sandwich bag or a freezer bag or something like that, and I'll show you how to make a homemade piping bag. So you just want to put it in a piping bag like this, so it's all smooshed in like that, and just squeeze it all down to make yourself. So it looks like that. So what we're going to do next is we're going to cut the end off it and pipe it onto the tops of the buns. So just get yourself a pair of scissors, cut the end off like that. And you get yourself a piping vessel. Just go over the buns and do yourself some crosses. Just go straight over. Like this. Like that. And then go across it over the other side. Like so. I've made an absolute mess of that, but anyway, whatever. So from there, you just chuck them in the oven for 30 minutes. Make sure you put a timer on, 180 degrees, preheated oven. So timer's gone off, and this is what they should look like. Let those cool down a bit, and chuck them on a wire rack like this to cool down. Then we need to make the glaze. So get them on the tray like that. Let them cool down. They'll probably take 40 minutes or something. But while they're cooling down, what you want to do is get yourself 3 tablespoons of the same marmalade that you had earlier and a tablespoon of hot water and mix it together so it dissolves a little bit and looks like that. And that is what makes your glaze. So just get yourself a pastry brush. Brush it right all over them like this so they have that sticky shine that a hot cross bun is famous for, bar the cross, obviously. Just load them up with the glaze. Doesn't matter if there's chunks of marmalade rind on top of it, just adds to the flavour because you got the marmalade through it already. So yeah, just glaze those up like that, and then you can serve them up however you want, whether it's with shitloads of butter, cream, whatever you want. Toast them, you can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this solo video, and I'll catch you guys next week with another one. Have a ripper.